Good evening, and welcome to the worst podcast on the internet, Rough and Rowdy. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like this cold. I'm wearing a sweatshirt in my house. I got the heat up on 68. I don't know. Maybe that's too low. Maybe I should put it up higher. And my wife, she's the heat Nazi at the house, you know what I mean? She's always turning the heat down. So, anyway, it's all good. So, we're back from Vegas. Woo, we made it. And only thing that the weather out there was awesome. Brody Wakefield. Rowdy says, Jacob says hi. Hi, Rowdy. Hi, Brody. Hey, Brody. Sorry to hear about your grandpa. It's tough losing your grandparents. But I just wanted to let you know we're praying for you and thinking about you and your family. So here we go. We're back from Vegas. We missed the Haunted 100. Talked to a couple people. I haven't seen it yet. I didn't watch it. I'm sure it's probably on YouTube somewhere, but I haven't had the time, to be honest with you. Got back from Vegas and I just had so much stuff to catch up on at work. It was crazy. Still catching up. I just got home, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes ago. So I wanted to get this set up. Come on and have a little podcast here. If you guys have any questions about the weekend, if you guys have any info about the Haunted 100 or the racing up at Waterford last weekend, that'd be cool. You guys can chime in. But what was I gonna say? I got lost. It's easy for me to get lost, I tell you. I talked to a couple of people about the Haunted 100. Somebody said it went green to checkered, so it was kind of, I guess, boring, you know. Not that the wrecks, it's just that once those guys get strung out, you don't know who's leading the race, who's on first, what's on second, you know what I mean? So it gets a little confusing. But those guys always seem to put on a good show, and, you know, there's a reason sometimes it goes green to checkered because they're all, you know, good drivers. You know what I'm saying? So I got to put the glasses on. Mark, nice to meet you this weekend. All great guys. Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. It was nice to meet you. You know, I love to meet, you know, people that is passionate about racing as we are. So I'm glad you tuned into the Rough and Rowdy podcast. Like I said, it's the worst one on the internet. We do it mostly off my iPhone. I did get a computer, but like I went to turn it on again, the battery was dead. I don't know. It was a buddy of mine who gave it to me. He said it was all good, but you know how that goes. Salvatore, morning. What are you doing? Morning. Maybe where you are, it's not morning here, bro. I think it's like a little after 7 p.m. But what we're doing is I'm talking to a screen right now. But I'm hoping to talk to you guys. Why don't you guys chime in, ask some questions, fill me in on some stuff that's been going on. You know, that's what I like. But yeah, so there's a reason those guys go green because they're all, you know, they're good drivers. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. Yep, 7 p.m. my place right now. Demed, hi Demed, how are you? What's happening? Miles, what do I do, Miles? I'm a general contractor. I mostly build new houses, you know, do some remodeling, commercial work. But yeah, that's what I do. give you a shout out. Well, we're going to shout out D-Med. Let's give out a big shout out to D-Med. How you doing? Ill. You like the glasses? Like, whoa, I looking like Poindexter. I'm looking like an old man. I guess I am getting old. What the fuck is that? You know? Yeah, so I keep trying to finish my my conversation about the racing. How old am I? Oh, come on. I'm 59. I'll be 60 in July. I'm not afraid. Chris Tessia, how you doing, buddy? I'm glad you tuned in, man. Love to see all you guys here. I got to move up a little. It'll just be easier for me to see the screen, you know. You'll donate $100? Awesome. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. If I swear, come on, I got to swear. Damn. Oh, shit. How's that? I'm still like a young man. Yeah, I just did. Man, I just swore. I said shit. Come on. I used to get a whack if I said that word. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, so here's 100. All right. What are you gonna do? You need my Cash App? What, you're gonna donate it through YouTube? I don't know. Listen to this, D-Med. D-Med. Shout out to D-Med. I appreciate $100, but I don't even know. You'd be my first one. My first ever $100, anything I've made on YouTube. So that would be awesome. That would be the history books. You'd be the first one. So I'm still learning all this stuff. You need some super chat or someone can donate to you. I don't even know how to do a super chat, guy. Come on, man. Come on. Face blue smiling. I don't know. Anyways, we're here to talk about some racing and some other crap, whatever you guys want to talk about. Anyways, but back to Seekonk with Actor. Those guys, you know, reason they don't go have, you know, a million cautions in a race like that, you know, they respect each other. They stay off. They might lean on each other a little bit, but they're not wrecking each other. And, you know, they're not wrecking each other. So, you know, these guys are, you know, professionals. It's a different level racing with them, you know, different level. I always love racing with the Actor. It's good. All right, man. You need advice about what? Roblox. I don't even know what it is. I couldn't even tell you, man. You're nuts, guy. You're crazy. So yeah, we always enjoy running with those guys. They have, especially the tour. They have everything, you know, ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. You're not sitting around. You know, they're pushing you. They're making sure you do what you got to do. You know, that's it. You know, we don't play games, but that's it. It's just something you can go live stream when you do your job. Yeah, I could do that. You know, I don't actually do the work, Salvatore. You know, I'm the general in charge. You know what I'm saying? Chris, yes. It was an awesome race. You saw it. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, first time in 17 years a Canadian won the championship. I don't care if you like it or not, brother. So yeah, this is the first time a Canadian won in 17 years. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I wish we would have been there to race it. We've always done pretty good on the Haunted 100 over there. I don't know, I think it was 2022, or, I don't know, Jacob would know better. Rowdy would know better if Brody's still watching, whatever, yeah. We went, well, Mark St. George just asked when we're going on. I'm on, Mark. I can't really get off and text you. I think it was 2022. It was 20. What's this? 25, 24, 23. Hold on. Let me see if I can answer this guy without going crazy. It's 25. Last year, I forgot what we did. Can't see it. I don't know. Everybody's on over here. Either try YouTube if you have to. Go to our YouTube channel, Mark, or I know it's on Facebook because I just talked to Chris Tessia, and he was on Facebook. I got a lot of comments coming from D-Med. He's got nothing better to do to try to trash me, and he thinks I really I'm not going to even say the word because that's what you want. I don't really care what you say, brother. I'll just let you just keep talking to yourself. Yeah, so Mark, and you can either go on YouTube or you can try us on the Facebook. I know we saw it on Facebook. He started racing with Sturgis, all Holly drag racing in 2005. I might look like someone like that, right? I have my motorcycle license. I haven't rode in years. I think maybe just about 20 years is the last time I rode. Yep, exactly. That's all right, D-Man. I don't care. You're fine. You know, I'm having a laugh. You're having a laugh. You don't have to be sorry. It's all good. No worries. So yeah. First time in 17 years. That was pretty cool. I know D-Med don't care, but a lot of the guys that watch this podcast that are into racing care. You know, that's pretty cool. But yeah, we raced them a few years, but in 2022, I think it was, or 2023, who cares? I'm gonna keep thinking about it because my brain is pretty much fried anyways. Rowdy raced the Legend and the late model, the Tour, and he went out in the Legend. He won the race. Comes in. He had to get out of the car and jump into the late model, and it came down to the wire with him and DJ Shaw, like 6,000th of a second, where Jacob ended up finished second. But he had him at the white flag. He had him. He crossed him over. I mean, he crossed him over. DJ had him. Rowdy crossed him over in 1 and 2 and pulled him. And then DJ crossed him over in 3 and 4 and gave him a little door shot. And that's what cost the race. But it was a close one. That was really close, you know. And we would have been excited to be the first one to win, other than an ACT guy at Seekonk Speedway ever. You know what I mean? That would have been pretty cool. What is it? What do you say? You love me. All right, bro. Avatar 9118. I think you wrote. Yeah, a blue one with a full Farron. If that was it, maybe. I can't pull up a picture. I have a picture, but I can't pull it up. Anyway. So yeah, those guys are always fun. And the modifieds, they raced over there. And, I heard that was pretty tough. That race was pretty tough. I saw some pictures and a couple of clips of some crashes and stuff like that. I really got to sit down and watch. I really definitely want to watch that act race. I got to pull that up at some point and watch that. And then how about anybody head out to Waterford on, what was it? Would they race Friday? Because Seekonk was what? Seekonk was Saturday. Yeah, I think they raced Friday. Was it Friday? I don't even know. But I know they had a $2,500 to win Legend race, and I think Riley Paul won that one. Good job, Riley. It's a nice little payday. You know, for sure, $2,500. I know, what did I say? I guess P.J. Evans was pretty fast. He was leading, and he got tangled up into something and couldn't finish the race. Which that definitely sucks when you know you have a good car and a chance to win, and then you end up crashing or wrecking. You know, that's always tough. That's always a tough one. Oh, shit! I don't know. I don't know why Mark can't see it. He's driving me nuts. This guy. Let me. I don't even know how to get him now. But Mark, you still can't find us. You there? You out there? Anybody out there? Hello? Hello? Oh, I guess I lost everybody. Nobody wants to talk to me. So you guys know we headed out, well, Rowdy headed out to Vegas a couple of weeks ago to run the Asphalt Nationals this year. Oh, you're still here. Awesome. Nice. So we headed out, he headed out to Vegas, drove the, it's like 2,700 miles from Massachusetts to Las Vegas, Nevada. And they went there the week before, did a little bit of racing and testing. And then the following week, which was this past weekend, this past weekend was the actual nationals, and I should say it was I was just there as a spectator fan, you know. Yeah, this is live right now. Mark, you there? Hey, buddy, you made it. Yes, finally. Yeah, so you missed a little bit. We were just talking about a bunch of crap. And then we were talking about the Haunted 100 a little bit. Yeah, baby. Did you get a chance to go to Seekonk, watch the Haunted 100, the modified race? I know Chris Tessier was just on. He said he went, and he said it was a good race. I talked to somebody else, and they were like, you know, it's kind of boring, you know. It, what did he say, Mark? Oh, you did not, unfortunately. Yeah, we were in Vegas. I didn't get to see that either, so that's why I was asking. But Chris said it was a good race. I talked to somebody, and they just said, oh, well, you know, they went green to checker, and, you know, you couldn't even tell who was leading the race. But that's, I guess that's not an experienced race fan, I guess. You know, you look at the board, you look at the number in the car. But that's the way it goes. But yeah, and then they were saying, Mark, it was the first time in 17 years that a Canadian had won the ACT championship. So that was a pretty historic evening. They had the modifieds, which I didn't get any update on that, but like I said earlier, I had gotten some, I looked on Facebook, I saw a couple little clips and pictures, you know, looked like it was a rough race. I didn't even look to see what, you know, how many cars was there, how many cars finished, you know, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. Bombastic Side Eye Criminal Bow. I like that one. You look like you would hunt a bear and eat from the campfire. Yes. Why not? Fresh meat like that? Man, kill or be killed. You know what I mean? Kill or be killed. Oh, shit. But hey, you guys out there, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I'm sure you know it's free to subscribe. Someday I'll put up somewhere where you guys can donate, help us build this up a little bit. But right now it's all fun, you know, we're just having fun. Like to talk to you guys, like to hear your input about what you think about what happened at the races. And, you know, everybody has opinions, you know what I'm saying? And, it's great. You know, that's what makes it great. And you know, the racing itself is, you know, the adrenaline, the not knowing what's going to happen. Like you go to the race track, you have the best car, fastest car, you win the heat race. And then you either have a mechanical failure, which I don't like to have. That's why we do a lot of maintenance on the cars, you know, every week. But you have that, or you get into a wreck, you cut a tire, anything, you know. You don't get the finish you want, or you miss the setup at the feature time. You know, track changes. You know, after you put another heat cycle in the tires change. So you got a lot of. Rosalie, hi, little Ron. New video comment. Hi. I can't see you. I can't see you up on the screen for some reason, Ma. But I got it up there for some reason. I don't know. Someday I'll figure this out. I just don't have a lot of time. I'd rather spend my time here live talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? See, Ma. I want to know why they expect Rowdy to tech in the 12th. They never see more than 5 get teched after a race. Yes, so we're wondering the same thing, Mark. So basically, I wasn't at the drivers' meeting. I'm not sure what was said. I don't know if they said something at the drivers' meeting, like anybody that's running for a championship. I mean, how do you do this? There's pretty much everybody's running for a championship. The guy who they were going to give it to, but haven't yet, was, I don't know, 40 points out. He really didn't have a chance. It was between Rowdy and Jensen. And they were only 3 points apart. So I don't know, like, if they said something at the drivers' meeting. I don't know if they have a film of the drivers' meeting to prove any of that, if that was there or what happened. But for some reason, after the race was over, they were calling him to tech. And then about a championship, it's about the top 5. Exactly. So when, I don't know if you saw the video of the wreck. So what happened is we've struggled. Well, I keep saying we because I'm always like, oh, you know. But it was basically, you know, it was all Nick Lascola, Nick Lascola Racing, and Rowdy. You know, those guys, the ones he was, you know, working on the car, you know, driving and changing setups and stuff like that. I tell you, those guys. When I say that they tried everything, they just kept trying. They're changing springs. They're looking at tires, you know, because you get a bad set of tires, and you know, and some of the tires, a lot of the team were complaining about the tires. They were getting bad sets, and they were calling it alligator skin. So the top of the tire almost looked like that coarse alligator skin looking, you know, like almost like fish scaling. And what happens is, when you're driving or getting on the gas or getting in the corner, that rubber was just coming off, so you didn't get that grip. You come in the corner, you turn it, and the car just wants to just go up. So they had a couple of tires they had to change, you know, rotate tires here and there. So they were really, you know, working hard. Not tearing. They just it's like they weren't tearing. It was just like shredding off, almost like taking fish scales off a fish. You know what I'm saying? But so they worked hard. Jacob didn't make it through in the heat race. He did have a national win and a national qualifier win, so he was in automatically. But he raced the B main anyway, just to get more laps. Joe Souza, hi Ron. Sorry to hear. Didn't get the whole thing, but hey, they haven't decided yet. November 14th, I think they're gonna come out and announce the champion. It's all under review right now. So who the hell knows? But yeah, so those guys busted. Like I said, he ended up going into the B main, and this way he get some more laps, do a little more, get a little more info to make the to when he gets into the feature. You know what I mean? You have more laps under his belt. Again, that was his first time at that track. He's never raced there before. So, they were getting. I know Nick had gone. I don't know if it was 3 years ago, right before the pandemic, sometime there with Luke LeBrun, and I think they won not the national title, but they won the race, the national race. So so Nick had some some experience there. Went there one time. But so he went into that race. He started second. I think he passed and got it to first, and then he got passed again and ended up finishing second. So that put him in 22nd in the feature. So they made a couple of last, not last minute, but last adjustments to, hopefully get that car right where they needed it. And he went out there in 22nd. And the car looked good. I could tell as soon as he went out, as soon as that green dropped, car looked really good. He was making passes, and then there was a wreck in 3 and 4, which he avoided. Usually, he's always good at that. He looks so far ahead. He's watching the guys. He's seeing what these guys are doing. He kind of knows before it's going to happen. He dove down. I think he had to go through the grass a little bit, but with those cars, it's not as bad. You get those Pro Stocks, although you go through the grass, you're ripping stuff off, So the super late models, you know what I mean? So anyway, he missed that. That ended up putting him, I think, in 10th. I think it was 10th. And with the way they do their restarts and those national events, the leader starts like in the middle, right? In the middle. And then the other two, second and third, are like you normally set up. So it's not first, second, third, fourth. So it's the leader up here, the two guys behind him, second and third, fourth, fifth. So that put him on the inside, which was great because that track is mostly an inside groove there. You know what I'm saying? You get caught on the outside, the car just wants to push up. You can't really, can't get it to turn. So he just started going through the field. Boom, boom, one after another. Jensen started on the outside. He fell back spot after spot. We're looking up, and there we go. Jacob started catching him back because he was so far back. Jensen had the point lead, and it was boom, boom. Then all of a sudden, it's like he's back up to the 3 points, and all of a sudden he's ahead. Then boom, and then I think Jensen was in like 12th or something like that, and Jacob made it up to 5th. And then lap 17, he got up a little high. I don't know if it was out of the groove, if he hit some oil, because earlier there was a car that spilled gear oil all over the track, and I saw the track crew cleaning it up. But they never cleaned up anything up in 3 and 4, whether it was that, whether it was not. But anyways, he ended up spinning and got hit a couple of times. He got run over in the back, and then he got tagged in the right front and spun him right around. So that was, I think that video was up on INEX somewhere. The video of the accident, if you see that. In real, they showed it in slow motion. In real life, that was scary. I was worried. I was like, oh my God, is he okay? That's the most thing I'm worried, that's what I'm worried about. The car, we can replace the car. We can replace the car, we can get another championship, but we can't get another Rowdy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's it. So, and I seen him get out of the car, and then he was like a I don't know, he was doing a full inspection of the car. I don't know, like a doctor or mechanic, whatever you want to call it. But he got out of the car, and he's looking around, he's looking under the car, he's looking at and they picked the car up. He got in the wrecker, and he's coming out, and he's yelling, you know, right front tire and tie rod, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't there to see it. I heard it. That's what, I don't know if it was Skylar, Rowdy's girlfriend, or my wife, or whoever told me. But so as soon as they got in, when the tow truck was dropping it, they put the jack under it, jacked it up, took the right front off, replaced the tie rod. The ball joint was bent like a horseshoe. it was just bent, right? And you don't have time to change something like that. Not under a caution. They got that on. They put the new front tire on. Skylar and Nick set the toe, and then they, tightened everything up, dropped the car, and he got out just in time. As they were going, the lights were out. They were going down the backstretch. He came out on the backstretch, lined right up. I think he was in 20th, and then. Yeah, then that was it. The rest I just kind of told you about. No, I didn't. I told you about just forget it, right? That's why it's the worst podcast on the internet. So he gets out in 20th, and this car, the rear end's bent. The toe's set as best they could get it within, I don't know, 15 seconds, whatever, 30 seconds they had. And he goes out there and he wheels that car. He drives the shit out of it and goes from 20th to 12th, races over 35 laps, done. He wins the championship by 20 points. We're celebrating. We're, all right, yeah. We didn't hear race control. None of us had any because you can't have two-way communications in INX. You can only have one-way communications in INX. Chris Paul, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. I hope you subscribe to our channel. Like and subscribe to our channel. It's free. Yeah, so as I was saying, we didn't know. Nobody could hear, them calling him into the pit, into the tech. So, and then, nobody in tech, when he was coming off the track, came up, stop him. Hey, you got to go into tech, He goes to the back, gets to the trailer. We're wheeling back the pit car, whoa, and just racing the roller coaster ride, right? Get there, you suck it, and next thing you know, you're doing well. Next thing you know, you crash. Next thing you know, you win. Next thing you know, you lose. What the hell kind of drama? Why do I do this to myself, right? They could have ran over to, they got carts, little carts, drive over to the thing. Yo, guy, get your ass over to tech, So, we get there, so everything's good. They're getting ready. They're packing up. We're going to get ready to, go celebrate. I jump in my truck, head back to the hotel. Being at the track all day, figure, clean up, change up, and we go hit the strip and have some fun, And I get to the hotel, park the car, get out, and I don't know why it's saying low power mode. I got this thing plugged into my battery thing. All right, so there we go. I get out of the car, my phone rings, it's Rowdy. I'm like, no, maybe it's just like, hey, we're going to do this and we'll meet you at this time, blah, blah, blah. No, it's Uncle Ron. They bounced us. I'm like, what? I'm thinking he's fucking with me. I said it. I think he was messing with me. I'm like, really? Come on. He says, no, they DQ'd us. He said, they told us we were supposed to go to Tech. I'm like, 12th place, you have to go to Tech? That don't make no sense. I mean, they tell you this at the drivers' meeting, like anybody, the whole field has to go to Tech. You know, anybody has a chance to win the championship. Like, go ahead. I don't know how many cars really had a mathematical chance. I guess that was 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I know Brandon Martinez was pretty close there. I don't know. Casper Kula, I don't know. I'm sorry, everybody that's doing the messaging from Facebook, it's not coming up for some reason on my screen. I'm only getting a lot of the YouTube stuff. So I don't know what the mathematical thing, so what was all, you know, I don't know. You know, and if they did call him the receiver, what happened was, after the accident, he got out of the car, he jumped out of the car, the thing ripped out, went to in the pits, we fixed it, you know, got the car, I keep saying we, I'm sorry. Nick took care of it, got it, and when he got in the car, the receiver wasn't there. Whether it fell off on the track or it fell inside the car somewhere, he had no one-way communication with the track. So he had no way of knowing that they were calling him several times to Tech. So, you know, I think you calling somebody Tech 4 times. He's last year's national champion, right? He's a champion. He's got how many races this year in the Legend? I think it was 17 wins or something in the Legend this year. Never had a problem in Tech. It's all INEX rules everywhere they race. Why would he go there and chance doing something like that to win, to get DQ'd? You know, because he had a chance. He could have finished in the top 5. If he didn't spin off the corner, he could have finished in the top 5, possibly won the championship. You know, because as long as he finished in front of Jensen Jorgensen, I think his name is. As long as he finished in front of him, he won, because he had 3 points on him anyways. So none of it makes sense. And you say it 3, 4, 5 times in a thing, maybe one of the pit stewards down there, maybe I get it, you know. Stop. Listen, you got to go to Tech. Come on, let's go. Nope, nobody does that. Nobody says nothing. They go through their whole thing. It's like total BS. Total BS. You know, I always held INEX, you know, their touring and everything on a higher level, you know, because of their, you know, what they do, so like the ACT Tour and stuff. Local track stuff, you know, I'm not with this chase, run for the chase. So one race or 4 races gives you a champion. Come on. I don't know if you've seen some of the posts I've been putting up from Richard Petty that he's been putting about the chase. It's a championship is won with 36 races or 20 races or whatever races you run at that track. That is a championship. Why do we have to play games? I know I'm getting off on rampant from the thing, but I got on it, so I'm on it. Why do you have to play games? Like, okay, now we're going to give these guys all chances to catch up because you busted your balls all year, and, maybe they did, but they just didn't get it. I don't know. Whatever it is, it shouldn't be like that. So I don't want to be chasing championships like that anymore. It's not worth it. You win a championship by points, and then you lose it from one race. Now, we know who the champion is. We know who the real champion is. Same with this INEX thing. We know who the real champion is. So anyways, so now they're waiting. It's a big controversy thing, and there's 4 different drivers who could be the champion. I'm sure you guys might have seen some of my posts about that. I didn't post. I just shared their post, you know what I mean? Because I ain't going to say anything. In my head already, they took it away from us. So if it comes back, woo, yeah, yay, but it's not the same. You know, I was down in Vegas. We could have had a really, not that we would have went out crazy, but just to go out, have some dinner, laughs, you know, hugs, you know. Yeah, so 2,700 miles there, 2,700 miles back to have, you know, that happen, you know. Well, I didn't drive that. I flew. So, you know, those two guys, you know, drove out there. They did it all, you know. And that was it for a crew. They were competing against these crews. They show up with stackers and you know, 5, 6 guys that work on the team. They got, you know, 7, 8 cars that they're running, and you know, so it was Rowdy and Nick Lascola. They did it all, and my hat's off to both of them. You know, Jacob for never giving up. He never gives up. You know, car was wrecked. I was like, oh, we're done. Next thing I know, I walk in, they're working on the car, you know. And he had a lot to do with that, you know what I mean? And Nick Lascola, same thing. Never gave up. He jumped right in there. And, you know, he knows those cars. So he fixed that thing so fast. I think the officials were like, they were like, huh? Look at this guy. Boop, 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 done, right? And set the tow, right? It was like, oh shit, it was fast. There's partial video of it up by Lisa. Lisa had, thank you, Mark. Lisa had went live when they were in the pit. She came in because she didn't know either. We were both walking down like, oh God, yep. You know, I think we called my mother. Yeah, he's all done. He just got wrecked. And we come down and it's like, oh my God. So, yeah, but yeah, again, those guys, they worked really hard. I know they still have their head up because they should. You know, they did what they had to do. They, you know, both of them. Nick never stopped trying to get that car to go around that track, and Jacob never stopped either. He just kept figuring it out. You know, learning the track, learning the braking points, where to getting on the gas. You know, where to enter the corner. You know, he picked it up pretty quickly. So. I'm very proud of those two guys. I got to tell you that. Very, very proud of them too. So, anyway, off on my ramping on the championship crap. But yeah. So I know I don't know, but I think I'm almost positive. I think. Rowdy's next race is, I don't know if it's the 14th or 15th, November 14th or 15th, in New York. What is it, Riverhead? At the track over there, Riverhead Raceway in New York. He's supposed to be going there that weekend. I think that's what 2 weeks from now, something like that. A little over 2 weeks. So he'll be going there, and then Thanksgiving. I don't know if it's Thanksgiving Day, but I know it's close to it. Or that weekend, they're going down to Southern National to do some legend racing, and possibly I think he's doing a late model race on Friday. I'm not 100%, but I don't know if Brody's still there with Rowdy. Maybe you can give us some information on the next upcoming races. I know I'm not sure of the date, but I know I heard Bobby Martin's East Coast Towing and Recovery. He's a big sponsor of Rowdy. He supports him. He does. Forget it. I can't even start to tell you all this. He's great. But I had talked to him when I was at the airport, and he said that yes, they were getting whether it was that car or a car ready to go there to race. So that's going to be pretty cool. I don't know if I'll make it, but I will give you guys. I'll keep you guys posted with some Facebook and Facebook posts and let you know what's going on. And if you guys want to head out there, I know it's like 4 hours from Massachusetts. You drive there, jump on the ferry, get off. But then, yeah, so you drive there, you drive your car on the ferry, you get there, drive off, and I think it's 45 minutes from where you get dropped off from the ferry to the track. And if you haven't been there, it's a pretty good thing. Bobby Martin just texted me. I guess they got the car apart from the Nationals already. These guys, they don't stop, man. See, this is what it's about. This is why, he just messaged me. I don't know if he's on, I don't know if he's watching, but he just messaged me on Messenger. I saw it come up. And this is why, these guys are so good. Think about it. They just got back. Jacob just got back. I think it was Wednesday. Was it Wednesday morning? No, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday morning. He rolls in around 10, 11 o'clock. Bobby had called him earlier, had a track rental for a car that they're going to take down south at Seekonk to shake it down. So he wanted Jacob there. So Jacob drives there. Now, granted, he just drove 48 hours from Vegas. Drives there. Jumps in the car and, they shake it down, And then now here we are, Thursday. They already got that Legend apart. They got it on the jig table, checking the chassis, making sure everything's good, so they can get it together to race in like 2.5 weeks. Not waiting till the week before or, whatever. They're already on it, Today is Wednesday. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Well, you think about it. I just got back from Vegas, man. I'm still trying to catch up on my time. 3 hours difference. We got in Monday morning at like 1 a.m. by the time we got back from Boston. And then, by the time we get home, wind down, go to sleep. Then I got up in the morning at like 7:30 to go to work. Yeah, laugh. Get to work, and then, and then when you get here, it's like you go to work, you do everything, you get home, and it's like, okay, 9 o'clock is only 6 o'clock to you, but realistically, you can't just go to bed at 9 o'clock, so it kind of, you got to do it slow, day by day. So I'm still trying to figure out the days. But like I said, those guys already got the car apart. They have it on the jig table, checking the chassis, making sure everything's good to make sure they have a good piece to go race. So now they'll get the car together, replace, check all the parts, get that car back together, and be ready way ahead of time. This way they can get everything together, whether they need another car for backup, set them both up. I'm sure hopefully Bobby's going to take Ayla down there because that's a fun track to race, and she can, get some more seat time at a different track. I believe in going to different tracks because once you can start adapting to different tracks, it makes you a better driver, It definitely does. You go to, and Seekonk, yes, is one of the toughest tracks to race at. But if you keep racing at that track, you go to another track, it's easy, but you still got to learn the line. You know what I mean? You got to learn the, braking points, where you're entering, when you're getting on the gas, where you want to be in the center of the corner. It's just so much. So yeah, you'll pick it up, but I think it's really good for these younger drivers and all drivers, put it that way, if you haven't branched out, to go to these different tracks. Plus it's fun, get to race against different people, get to meet new people, that's what's great about the racing community. We went down Vegas, we went out across to Vegas, and we met some people. We just had, something, Paul, I forget your name, buddy, I'm sorry, but excuse me, I'm thirsty. I'm not good with names. I'm better with faces. So you get to meet new people, get new friends, and and then next thing you know, you're at a track out in North Carolina. You see them again. That's what's great about the Legend touring stuff. you end up with friends all around the country, and some from Canada, like you know what I mean. But yeah, so it's great. So yeah, hopefully they get out to we'll get out to Riverhead and we have a better outcome, so to speak. I mean, as far as the final decision, you know, we had a great outcome in Vegas. I couldn't ask for a better, you know, what those guys did. The excitement, the race was incredible. So, you know, but like I said, racing's like a roller coaster ride, you know. You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. And that can happen all in one race. Yeah, all in one race, man. You can have all of those ups and downs, you know. So I think I think that's what I really you know, keeps me with the racing. You know, it's the adrenaline, the, you know, not knowing what's going to happen, and then the excitement of winning, and the, you know, downfalls of losing. You know, it is what it is. You know, there can only be one winner, and you know, that's it. But I don't know. I don't see anybody else out there, and I can't get the Facebook post. I got one earlier. Where was it? Let me see. I scroll down. From Chris. Where did he come from? Oh, yeah. Chris texted me from message from Facebook, and now all of a sudden nobody could, and Mark couldn't even find. Sorry, guys. You hear me now? I guess when I took the phone call, it mutes. I thought you guys might have heard the conversation. That's why I was like, all right. I don't know. You know, I told them, hey, I'm on Facebook. You can't read lips anymore? How about now? Oh, shit. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Thanks, Mark. Yeah, so that was Bobby Martins. He just was calling me. He had messaged me earlier, I was telling you, and they put the chassis on the jig. It's not bent, so they're gonna put that back together and fix the body, put a new fender on it, and send it. So they'll be ready for that race. That's gonna be awesome. I'm funny. That's good. Oh shit! I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's a whole thing. Whatever you get out of it, it's awesome. You know, just an hour with me. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna try to come on. You know, on Wednesday nights, somewhere between 6-7 o'clock, because the wife teaches yoga on Wednesday nights from. She goes her first class is at 5. And by the time she finishes the second class, she don't come to 8:30, so it's perfect. I can talk to you guys. And if I'm at the shop, I think I might be there Saturday. We're gonna start doing a little work on the cars, getting them start taking them apart a little bit and get them ready for the winter. Get the motor pulled out, send it over to Nat, and this way we're gonna have a couple things done. So yeah, so but basically I'm gonna try to do Wednesday night. So put it on your calendar. I'll try to post before I come up. Say I'm going live around 7, whatever. So until I learn, when I get a little more time where I can sit down and play with this stuff, and learn how to like put things up that kind of alert you guys. Until then, we'll just do it the old Stone Age way, just like I am. So anyway, I had fun tonight. I'm glad all of you guys came on, chatted with me. It always makes it more interesting and fun when you guys are in the comments, and I love to answer your questions if I have the answer, and I love to hear your input. And if you guys have any ideas how to make my podcast better, let me know. I'm always willing to be to learn. Great night. Yeah, Mark, you too, buddy. Thank you very much, man. You're always I think you're one of Rowdy's biggest fans there. You're always asking how he did and commenting on his stuff. I see it all the time. So thank you very much. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. And yeah, amen, brother. All right, you guys, thank you. Again, please like and subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Subscribe, man. Let's go. All right. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you again soon. God bless.